Now, before we get into making fun of this retard, we're gonna have a heart-to-heart discussion. Simply, one-to-one, mano y mano, right? So, the first thing I want to address is you're probably wondering why I'm even making these kind of videos, these very short and kind of meaningless content. And that's because you guys seem to be, at the very least, some of you guys seem to be enjoying these videos. Not a whole lot of you, but some of you are. And that gives me enough time to work on the other more bigger or grandiose projects. The second thing more pertains to this video specifically, and that's because when I drop a larger video in the works, I want you all to come back to this video because Mushroom Girl's response is absolutely perfect. It is a perfect example that showed up at a exactly perfect fucking time. It's crazy. The universe is in my favor at the moment. The cards are in my hand, if you will. But the point that I'm getting at is that it's perfectly timed, it's a perfect example, and when a bigger video comes out, I'm going to tell you all to come back and watch this one, because this one is an example, not really a staple point, but a simple example that is ironic and very fucking humorous. And you'll be able to see the irony by the end of this video, but there will be even more when the bigger video comes out. Now, with that said, specifically to you, Mushroom Girl, if you're watching, thank you very much. You have unknowingly contributed to something much larger, much better, a piece of art. And you have added to that. You've helped me prove my points. We should all thank Mushroom Girl for contributing to the project. So, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you, and I mean that.
So about Akumu's video. So I made a joke in my second part, and I think it was the second part of my Kumo series. And I made a joke basically talking like I was a joke basically just like haha Kumo, you what you're doing is kind of like, I noticed that you took the credit from Neko Koda's part in a collaboration you guys did cuz she pissed you off. That kind of sounds like Madame. Like I wasn't comparing the situations. I was literally just making a joke. I was comparing them in a joking way. Like and I was like, "Oh yeah, well Kumo, you are friends with the guy who defended Madame, even though he claims he didn't defend Madame. So, that's funny." And it was a joke. It was literally not at all meant to be taken seriously. It was just a fucking jab at Akumu's trash video. It was not in any way supposed to be taken seriously. And you want to know what Akumu did? He took it seriously. And I think that's really fucking ironic, seeing as he calls me autistic when not being able to know when something's a joke and when something's serious. That's it's pretty autistic, man.
What's autistic is when you watched the 4-minute video and you thought me making fun of you was me taking it seriously. I was taking the piss out of your joke because your joke made no sense to begin with.
Maybe you should be the one to get an autism diagnosis, not me. But yeah. In all seriousness, basically the video is just literally him being like, "Oh my god, this logic makes no sense." I'm like, "Yeah, it's a joke, dumbass." And then he goes on to like obviously defend his video on Slimmers, which like a fucking course he does. Like what, what else do I expect from somebody as dumb as Akumu?
When you make something up about someone or something in particular, and someone corrects you on that, because you don't know nearly as much as you think you do, they're not in the wrong for correcting you on that. You phrase it as though me correcting you on a lie is me in the wrong.
He was basically just like, "Oh, well, Slimmers was getting her followers to attack Madame." No, like you watched Ponder Sprocket's videos. She explained in detail. Ponder and Nezzy quite literally spoon fed this shit to you, and you still throwing a fit. And I know that you've seen that video, and because you made a response on it. I haven't watched the full response, but I just skipped through it a bit, and it just kind of seems like the same bullshit that was said in the first video, so I don't really care. So I won't speak on that. But
But you are speaking on it. Like right now, you're speaking on it. I won't speak on it, but I'm speaking on it. So let me just stop you right there. You're telling me you watched part 1 and part 2 of Ponder and Nezi's videos, which is about 2 hours and 35 minutes worth of content. You couldn't watch a 1 hour and 22-minute response. And if you did watch it, you would know the claim that you make next, among many other things, but predominantly the claim that you make in the next clip is a load of horseshit. You see, this is one of the biggest problems with the commentary community. Predominantly one of the problems with why a lot of people use Ponder and Nezi's videos for reference and put so much pride and hope into those two. It's because they don't fucking watch any sort of response. They get a one side of the story and they think that the one side of the story is all that they need, and so they speak on it like professionals. You can find that sort of behavior all the time throughout many of my comments because many of them make the same fucking claims that come from those two.
like, dude, like Pondo and Nezzy spoon fed this shit to you, but apparently you're still gonna fucking double down on your disgusting bullshit, you obsessive disgusting bullshit where you asked for a minor's docs information.
This is what happens when you get your information from people that don't have their information correct to begin with, like Ponder Nezi Monster. And their two videos particular have spawned this claim that many people have claimed. Many people in the SEC have made these talking points and made these claims. Many people in the comment sections, including even Kai Weiss himself, who also tried to make the same claim. The problem with this claim is that I wasn't asking for people to dox her or for her private information. I got her case file number and county number for the case file from details that were publicly put out there by Slimmers and OMGIJ252 in a video. These details were not blurred out. I made a tweet asking for anyone who knew how to look into legal case files to message me to help me find the specific files to begin with, because I was looking into it. That is all I said. D'Angelo Wallace, who I referenced in my previous video, quote retweeted that and blew that up, and that is why you see all the people in my intro of my original video. And secondly, Slimmers herself, who I've spoken with specifically about Kai's tweet, even disagrees with this idea that I was trying to dox her or asking for people to dox her. So even my supposed victim of attempted doxing disagrees.
But like, you know, apparently Slimo's totally sent her fans to attack Madame. That totally happened. And then, like, yeah, that totally happened. It's not like that was a misunderstanding of a child's wording or anything.
Ah, yes, a misunderstanding. You mean the same misunderstanding that Ponder and Nezi provided 3 self-admitted excuses for? Let's take a look at what I'm referring to. I don't know what else is worse, art theft or pressuring. I saw her comment reply. I don't think attacking her won't make her listen, but there's nothing else we can do but do that. So you guys can comment, I don't mind, but what she's doing is not allowed. Now, this happened after the doxing attempt. She is condoning and telling them to continue. She thinks that it won't work, but she's telling them to continue. That is condoning it for it to continue. My entire point about double standards was that Madame was criticized for doing this, but Slimmers, people excused it. You yourself have excused it. Fucking Ponder and Nezi tried to make 3 separate excuses of semantical interpretations when I'm taking her literal words, and you guys are in such denial about it.
Like, oh, you fuck, like seriously. That video, I could just go into depth about how stupid that video is, but I'm not going to because Pondo did the exact same fucking thing, but like better. So I'm just gonna link that video if I can remember. So, um, and then Akumu basically goes on to say how like he basically goes on to say that my video's full of hearsay, which, like, yeah, it was, but so was Kumo's. See, unlike the Madame Slimmers bullshit, these are actually double standards.
I'm starting to think you're severely retarded because I never defended Kumo's video, and in fact I said the entire fucking drama was retarded. I was making the point that your video is hearsay versus hearsay, so you're not actually countering anything. Throughout the video you act like you've got him, that you've got him by the balls. You're exposing him. In fact, that was one of the words you used in your part 1. or it was either part one or part two, but you used the word expose. You're acting like you're exposing him when all you have is hearsay versus hearsay. That's not an expose. That's just words.
We both put an equal amount of evidence, that being none, because he, half the shit he was saying were lies. How is he supposed to fucking get evidence for that unless he fakes it? And then me, I don't have access to the evidence. I was removed from the group chat, and I'm pretty sure the argument I had with Kumo was on a separate account that I can't find anymore. It was on a separate account on his part, not on mine. I've only ever used the Mushroom Girl Discord account. But anyway, so I'm expected to show evidence, but he's not. Like, see, these are double standards. Not Slimmers making an itty bitty mistake and wording something wrong that could possibly maybe in some realm be misread as being directing harassment, and Madame quite literally attempting to dox a minor, actually successfully doxing a minor, because technically the number wasn't fake. It was just a number she could change quickly.
It was a text now phone number. Text now phone numbers, unless you pay, are not private. They are public. You can instantly change it. You can get a text now phone number and you can choose any area code you want. You can type in whatever area code you want to, and you can get a number within that area code that is for public use. And if you don't use it, it goes up to where somebody else can use it. Unless you pay, which Slimmers didn't. It was a free app-based phone number that is not private at all. Because of that fact, and because of that fact alone, it's attempted doxing. Because it wasn't successful, because while Madame thought she was releasing private information, it wasn't. This is what happens when you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You end up embarrassing yourself. And this is how it typically ends when people bring up the Madame drama. Because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about because they're getting their information from two fucking retards. Putting so much pride and trust into people that didn't even get their own information right. Now, can we please get a thank you, Mushroom Girl? Not only because this is extremely easy content, but as well providing us a perfect example of people blindly listening, blindly trusting, and blindly believing two fucking retards that couldn't get their own information right, and using their talking points.